Hey guys, Sam here, Wealth with Rentals. Guys, I'm coming to you here from my house, but with a thermal camera, which is fun. So this is my actual house, but I'm photographing it with the thermal camera that is called FLIR, and I wanted to show you this camera's benefit is to show you the insulation in the house and where are the places that are cold and where are places that are hot. So I wanted to start with that and go from there. Of course, you won't see me, you won't see anything from the house, but yeah, you'll see what I can show you here with the thermal camera, which will be beneficial. So let's start here. So as I said, this is the FLIR thermal camera. I bought it in Thanksgiving, and I want to show you the benefit of this camera. So here's my front door house. This is my hand, and this is my front door house. As you can see, the areas where it's yellow, so basically how it works, the areas that are yellow or orange, it seems like there is good insulation or it's warm enough. The areas that shows in blue, these areas is where it's colder than the rest of the house or colder than the rest of the wall or the door. So basically, as you can see around the house, around the door, the main door, all these, although there's weather stripping, uh, attached around the door, still these areas show that they are colder than the rest of the door. At the same time, if you look at the above the door, there is a window, and that window, it's probably it's not a good insulator, so it's colder than the rest of the wall, and therefore it's yellow, it's purple, or I called it before blue. So yeah, see the difference here is that, and I want to go and just go on top and look at the ceiling here. Okay, the ceiling looks good here, really looks good here. The insulation is good. They have done a good job here, which I'll show you later. It's not the same all over the house, and I'll show you the variances here. This wall here now in front of me looks good. Okay, let's look at the these are windows, long windows, and you can see in the windows there is a blind. There's a blind, and you can see around the window, around the blind, these blue areas, which seems like where they're colder areas than the rest of the window or the wall. And if we look at if we want to look at the ceiling, look at the ceiling here. Okay, so you see that bright yellow area. This is where the air vent is. So this is where the hot air is coming from. Okay, and it's very yellow because that's the heat that comes into the room here. Okay, but if you look at the see the corners, see there's a spot there, there's one spot there, there's a blue in the ceiling right next to the air vent, and it seems like the insulation is not good in that area. And I would say that the insulation in my house, and if you look at these also, let's look here, look at these blue areas here, and these are in the corners. It seems like they haven't done a good job in insulating the corner of these rooms on these ceilings. You look at all this yellow or purple area, and this is where there's basically no insulation. So and this is okay, but I've seen worse. Okay, look at this area here. Look at this area in the wall. It's probably missing insulation here. Look at that. I mean, poor insulation. You cannot see all that with the sheetrock, but with the thermal camera, you can see all that information. So they haven't done a good job here, and I don't know if I will even do anything here in the wall, because if I want to insulate the wall, I have to open the wall, and probably it's not a easy thing to do at this time. Look at this area too here. All right, oh, this is a Christmas tree, and that's a star. But behind that, the wall is not insulated very well on the top and in the corners and the ceiling. Okay, so and so let's look at the ceiling here. The ceiling here, as you can see, there is the air vent as well over there, which is the bright yellow, while we can see spots here that are not insulated very well. The blue spots or the purple spots, these are not insulated very well. Okay, and I've seen, like I said, there's worse than that, but in this house, so I need to take care of it. But yeah, so this is our windows. So windows, and the bottom of the window, you see the end of the blind is blue. That means it's cold area. That means, the house is losing heat in that area, and so because it's not a good it's not good, well insulated, and there's nothing there except the window. So that's why if you go to a light here, you see a light is bright, just like the air vent. It's a bright yellow. That means it's there's heat in there. And if you look at any human being with this thermal camera, it will look exactly like that. If you look at me, I will look like that as well. Okay, so moving along, let's go to this is another window. Okay, and underneath is cabinets. And if you look at the cabinet, there is some, it's gonna be not as insulated as the inside of it is probably colder, and that's why you see it is yellow. The same here. You can see another. Yeah, it's not as. You can see it blue. I'm sorry, blue. Same thing here in this cabinet. And so I want to go to the ceiling as well. Now the ceiling, we can. I would say that I already corrected. So look at that spot there. It's blue or purple. There's no insulation in that area whatsoever. So if I wanna get something done, this needs to be done. And so let me try to make this a little. Let's see if I can make it a little clearer, maybe. Let's see. Trying. It doesn't really matter because I can go closer to it. It gets better, but I can see at least where I'm missing insulation. So let's look at this wall here. See the corners. See those corners there? They're missing insulation. They just probably put insulation and done. There's nothing in the corners. Air vent there. A light in here. Okay, so the corners are missing insulation. And looking at this ceiling here, let's remove my hand from it, and okay, let's see. Alright, so alright, again the story here. Look at that. All these corners in the ceiling, and not only the corners. Look at this area. All this area is missing insulation. Look at that. The blue or the purple areas are missing insulation. They haven't done insulation in there. Now they're very interesting here. Very interesting. Now there's no insulation here in the ceiling, but look at this. This is basically the wall. There's a window. There's a wall. Okay. Well, and so this area there, this used to be a window, okay? And we removed the window and we just extended the wall and put shear rod around it. But look at that. I mean, the contractor hasn't put any insulation whatsoever. There's only one piece of insulation there, but look at that. This area is gonna be cold. I already touched it, and it's cold in here. Okay, putting my hand on it. It's cold. Yep, there's no insulation. This is just the shear rod and the outside siding. So the contractor did a poor job making this wall. And what I can do in this case is probably I will open the siding, bring him in, open the siding of the house, and then put insulation, and then correct this big mistake there. Yeah, that's a big wall there that they missed to put the insulation. Okay, so moving that, and so you see those areas where they are purple. These are all missing insulation. What I did already was that I brought an electrician to put me recessed lights, and you cannot see it here with this camera, but there are 4 recessed lights in this room here. Okay, this is the living room, and I already this morning I corrected the issue, because when I went to the attic, all these recessed lights, when I took the thermal camera yesterday, I looked at them in the thermal camera, and I see like squares or round areas in the ceiling that missing insulation. When I went to the attic this morning, well, all these recessed lights that the electrician have put for me, and I think I have like, I don't know, maybe 16, all of them, he just installed them, made the holes in the ceiling, and then he didn't put the insulation back to them. So there were like no insulation whatsoever on these recessed lights. Okay, and so I put them back. So this is already corrected, but you can still see all these areas there, this in the ceiling, they are missing insulation. But I already corrected and I already covered the electrician, where the electrician has put the recessed lights in the living room, in the kitchen, in the guest room. So, and with that, we're still seeing some insulation missing there. So if this is valuable, like to me, I'm gonna go ahead and buy insulation, put it on the ceiling, because probably I'm not gonna mess with the walls, but I'm gonna put it in the ceiling, fill these corners with insulation, and maybe try to put some in other areas as well. Look at this area. Look at that. Look at this wall. I mean, there's no insulation here. And that blue or purple area, there's no insulation. Okay, so, and that's a big one, and you look at the ceiling, insulation are missing here and there. Well, now we're in the freeze, right? And even in the summer where it's heat, I mean, this is money, right, guys? This is money, because you're losing insulation where you need it the most. You need it in the ceiling, you need it in the wall, you need your house to be insulated. But when you come to it, it's it's not as good, and your bills probably will, your AC will work more, your heater will work more. Look at that. I mean, they haven't put any insulation here, and now if I take care of it, I'm sure the house will be well insulated, and we will my bill will go down because of that, because I'll take care of it. But this is really valuable, guys, because as a homeowner or as a landlord, I have no idea about the insulation of the house. I have no idea where I'm missing something, and how to correct it. But with this thermal camera, it's really like eye-opening. Look at that ceiling, look at that corner there. There's nothing there. There's just nothing. And what I noticed also in the garage, they haven't done anything. So in the garage there's no insulation at all. So, well, and it would really help. If you bring some insulation, they are not, even if you buy the ones for the wall and just lay them out on the ceiling of the garage, that would help as well. But as is now, you know, with the information I have now, I can make a better decision. I can go ahead and do some a really good job insulating the house. Okay, and this camera really helped me because you never know what's around this area below the door. It's cold, right? This area is cold, and that means we're losing heat or AC or cold air through this area here, but this is a door as well, so we're sometimes limited to what we can do, but probably there's a better weather stripping that need to be changed in here, and 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 do something about it. But I think my focus will be on the ceiling first, and make the ceiling really insulated, and then go back to see if there's any spots in the walls that I can do as well, like this one here. But yeah, this is what the thermal camera helped me to do. I would go ahead and do the same with my rental properties when time allowed, and when I get with the tenants. But I'll start there, and yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Sorry you cannot see me. Probably I will look like just my face will look like a round ball at this time with this thermal camera, but that's what it is. But alright guys, well, I hope this video just showed you how you can better insulate your house, what to use to insulate your house, and gives you a better idea. So when times allows, you can go ahead and just spend some time doing it, and yeah. So thank you guys. I hope if you like this video, if you found this is beneficial to you, please go ahead and like it and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, and stay warm in this cold weather. Bye bye.